Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and give you clarity fast. Today, it's all about CMMC compliance. It can feel like this huge, confusing maze for businesses.
Yeah?
But it doesn't have to be. Our mission, give you the CMMC Quick Recommender. Basically, 4 simple questions to figure out if you need Level 1 or Level 2 CMMC. Think of it like a shortcut.
Yeah, and getting this right early on, it's really important. It saves time, saves resources. We've seen companies spend, well, frankly, hundreds of thousands prepping for Level 2 when they only needed Level 1. Or the other way around, they underestimate it and suddenly risk losing contracts. Knowing where you stand up front is just crucial.
Okay, so let's dig in. The first 2 questions we'll cover, these are like the main triggers for Level 2. Get a yes here, and it's pretty much decided. So question 1 is this. Does your contract actually include the clause DFARS 252.204.702? Or does it specifically require NIST SP 800-171 compliance? That DFARS clause, 252.204.702, is the big one. If you see it, it means the DoD, the Department of Defense, expects you to protect Controlled Unclassified Information, or CUI. And the way you do that is by following the rules in NIST SP 800-171. It's the primary flag for Level 2.
Exactly. And what's really key here is if the answer is yes, well, you're immediately looking at CMMC Level 2. No ambiguity. Think about, say, a small aerospace engineering firm. Maybe they're designing just one component for the DoD. Their contract almost certainly mentions DFAR 7012. Boom, they're in Level 2 territory automatically.
Wow, okay, so even if it feels like a small amount of sensitive info, maybe just getting a couple of technical specifications, that clause alone pushes them to Level 2.
That's right. It's not about the volume of CUI necessarily. It's the presence of that specific contractual requirement. It acts like a switch flip it. You're Level 2.
Okay, that's very clear then. Sharp distinction. Now, let's talk about something that trips up a lot of companies. Actually handling CUI. This brings us to question 2. Do you handle CUI? And crucially, this includes data that falls under export controls, like ITAR or EAR. That kind of data, because it governs sensitive tech exports, is almost always CUI. Same goes for things like, technical drawings or maybe design specs.
Yeah, and connecting this back, if you handle any CUI, regardless of that DFARS clause we just talked about, you are also landing in CMMC Level 2. Take, for example, a machine shop. Maybe they're a subcontractor. If they get technical drawings from the prime contractor to make parts, well, those drawings are CUI. So that machine shop, straight to CMMC Level 2.
It's pretty interesting how quickly that requirement flows down the supply chain, isn't it? Even a relatively small supplier can suddenly be dealing with these pretty significant cybersecurity requirements.
Absolutely. It cascades.
Okay, so let's recap those first 2. Big takeaway is see DFAR 7012 in the contract. Yes means Level 2. Handling CUI, any CUI. Yes means Level 2. If the answer to both of those is a definite no, then you can start looking at the path towards Level 1.
Right, exactly. If you clear those first 2 hurdles with a no, then we move on.
Which leads us nicely to question 3. Is your contract only governed by AFAR 52.20421 and there are no other cybersecurity clauses mentioned? This AFAR clause, 52.20421, it's specifically about protecting something called Federal Contract Information, or FCI.
Right, and this is an important difference. What's FCI? Well, it's government information that isn't public, but it's also not CUI. Think about things like government email content, maybe meeting schedules, purchase order details, general project admin stuff. If your contract only has this FAR clause, like maybe an HVAC company supplying standard units to a military base, you're typically looking at CMMC Level 1.
Okay, so the key here is the absence of CUI in those specific DFARS NIST requirements. If it's just FCI under that FAR clause, it points to Level 1.
Precisely. The scope is much narrower.
Got it. And that brings us to the final question, question 4. Do you handle only FCI and absolutely no CUI? This really just locks down that distinction.
Exactly right. It reinforces the point. If your business only touches FCI, those schedules, emails, POs we talked about, and critically, none of those CUI triggers we discussed earlier apply, then you are firmly in the CMMC Level 1 category. Consider, say, an IT provider who just manages email systems for a government contractor. If they only see scheduling info, general comms, but never ever technical blueprints or export-controlled data, that generally aligns with Level 1 requirements.
Okay, so let's boil this all down for everyone listening. What's the ultimate takeaway here? It seems pretty clear. If you see DFARS 252.204.7012, or your contract mandates NIST SP 800-171, or you handle Controlled Unclassified Information CUI in any form, you need CMMC Level 2.
Yeah.
But if your work strictly involves Federal Contract Information FCI under FAVR 52.20421 and none of those Level 2 triggers are present, then you're looking at CMMC Level 1.
Exactly. And this CMMC quick recommender, these 4 questions, they give you a powerful starting point, a lens to view your own operations through. Because figuring out your level isn't just, box ticking for compliance. It's fundamental to protecting sensitive information, sometimes national security assets. And for your business, it could genuinely be the difference between winning that next contract or being sidelined. So think about it. Where do these 4 questions place your business on the CMMC path?